Hi and hello and welcome here to week 21 in this Stitched Circle Show Challenge. And if you just have hit this video and you don't know what on earth I am talking about, under here, description, under the word more or the box, there is a link to a playlist. Find week 1 and there I will explain everything about what this challenge is about and what Dogma Rules in connection with embroidery is. There also is a link for how to sew a cover if you want to put your pieces in a book, and that is a thing you absolutely don't have to do. You could do whatever you will do with your small embroidered pieces. And the last thing, there is a link to a Facebook group, a private Facebook group, where all the members are doing the weekly challenges, and there are albums for each week where we put our pictures of what we have done, and everyone can enjoy all the lovely embroideries there are there. And you are welcome to apply the group, but you have to answer 3 questions before I let you in, and I really would recommend just be a member if you want to participate. I'm not interested in members who just want to look and not do something for the community or be a part of the community. That is important to me. But I think that was enough of me talking, and I'm sorry I have to say this at the beginning of every video. If you're one who regularly sees these videos, just go fast forward a little, so you don't have to hear me saying this every time. But I think I do need to say it, because you never know who just falls into this video here. But enough of that. And now let us see what exciting things I have decided for us for this week. This was week 20, and I really like that one, and I like the colors. My book is getting quite fat, so I'm really don't know if it could be there, all of it, but we will see. But for Dogma Rules, I will just place it here beside me. The 4 Dogma Rules for this week is: find a piece of fabric in a sand or cream or off-white color and trace a circle. That was rule number 1. Rule number 2 is only use the pistil stitch, og på dansk hedder det en fransk knude med hale eller en forlænget fransk knude. And you can variate them as much as you like, how long the tail you want to have on your stitch. But rule number 3 is sew the stitch so it looks like a little flower head. Take inspiration in this week here in Flowerheads, and you can sew them in many different ways, just using this little stitch here. You can make them big or small, or inside, outside, or place them different places on your fabric. All that is up to you. And again, you will have to use the same 4 threads, now not 4, 6 threads as you used last week. And you can say, why that? And that is because if you're doing it in a book, and you, like me, like to have some cohesions between your pages, you will see I have chosen this piece of fabric, and again these threads here, so therefore I know this spread will look nice. You don't have to think so, but I still want you to use the threads you have used last week, the 6 threads. So let us begin. Sorry, I forgot to say, of course I will put the Dogma Rules here under in the description where you can find them and read them quietly instead of me talking. As you can see, I have chosen to use this. It looks like I have tea-dyed it, but I haven't. But I think we could do that in one of the other challenges, tea-dyed some fabric. But it is a board or commercial fabric, but I think it looks like that. And it is not a very thick fabric. And when I'm doing something on fabric that is thin or flimsy, I like to have another piece on the back, so I have something to hold on to. So I will just place this here on the back, and that is just a piece of an old, I think it was a duvet cover, or not a sheet, perhaps a pillowcase, I can't remember. But it is also well used and have a nice soft texture. So I will just place it there, and I often make it a little smaller than the front fabric is. Perhaps it's a little too small this year, but I think it will work. And then I find a thread that I think will match into the fabric, so it won't be so visible. And then I'll do the invisible bastings, and that is quite easy. And it is if you're one who are sewing cloth of things for yourself to wear, you probably know this stitch by another name, and I can't remember the name. But you come up and you go 3 threads backwards, like a tiniest back stitch you can make, and go come up about a centimeter ahead of you. And then you can see there will be these tiny small dots there. And the more alike your thread and your fabric is, the less you can see those small dots. So, but if you are sewing in a hoop or have a heavier fabric, you probably don't need this, but I like to sew in the 2 layers when it is a flimsy, thin fabric. So I will just do this all the way around. You don't need to see me do that, and I will be back. You can see here the long stitches on the back and the very small marks here on the front. You can't hardly see them, and I think that is nice. So now we will have to trace a circle. And you can find, if you have a template like this one here, or you can find something from your kitchen, a cup or small plate or something. And I have this set here I like to use for poking cookies out, I think it is meant for. So I will see if it can be there. And I want to center it. That is a difficult thing here when I have my phone hanging here under my nose, but I think it will be there. And this time I will go for the inner side of the circle here. And if you don't want to sew on the line afterwards, use something that, a pen that would disappear either by ironing in it, or there are different pens that could disappear, but I think I will sew something, let's sew the stitch on my circle, so I don't mind, I can see in so much as I can here. And I forgot to say, this invisible basting, I just use an ordinary of my machine sewing threads, thin one. So that was that I wanted to say now. So I will find my thread, and then I can start to show you how to do the pistil stitch on a little sampler for a start. This little piece is looking more and more funny. So, but a pistil stitch, you come up with your fabric, and then you make, like you make an ordinary French knot, you turn a couple of times around, as many as you like, but I think I will turn 3 times around. And normally you will go down nearly in the same place where you came up, but here you go a little away, like this, here, and you keep your tension on your thread, and then you carefully pull your thread, and then you have a knot there at the end of the stick, if you can say so. You come up 1, 2, 3, and it is important that you go that way out of your needle and not into your needle, away from the head of the needle. That is important, because if you do it the other way, you will unravel your knot. 1, 2, 3, and you can decide how long this stem or leg or stitch will be. That is up to you. I can show you again. 1, 2, 3, and go a little away, come down, keep your tension on your thread there, and carefully pull it through. 1, 2, 3, and down somewhere, like that. That is the pistil stitch, og forlængede franske knuder, og franske knuder med en hale, som vi siger på dansk. Yeah, I think you got it, so let us start stitching on our little circle here. That would be exciting to see how many different flower heads you all can make. So I will just let that hang here. I think we can squeeze a little more samples in the following weeks, perhaps. Yeah. Before I start to make my interpretation of flower heads here in the circle, I think I want to do the pistil stitch all the way around. And of course you can make them where the knot is at the drawn line and a stitch in there, but you can also make them or opposite, but I think I want to do them in, yeah, I can show you what I mean, but that is up to you. You play with the stitch and do exactly what you want. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think this thread is quite thin, so I will just go down here, and here I won't make this the leg of the stem longer than I need to, because it's a curved line I want to go around. So I will come up here and 1, 2, 3, 4 I think I will make, and then I would go down in the line there. And I will come up. One, 2, 3, 4, and go a little higher up here in the line. Like this. Come up. There. Perhaps I can come a little bit closer. I just fear if I get too close that it would get blurry, and that is not nice either. 1, 2, 3, 4, and go down in the line. There. These are really small, cute ones, and there I got blurry. I will do that all the way around, and then we will start doing something inside the circle. So I have been all the way around here, and a little before you come to where you started, you will have to adjust your stitches so they will fit in, and you can see they are a little different in length here, but yeah, I think it's fine. I don't mind that they are totally the same length, all of them. I think it looks fine, and I just secured my setter here on the back. So now we will start doing some small flower heads, and I will take one of the other colors here. So yeah, it isn't that funny seeing me putting thread in my needle. I have taken a little longer needle for this, because when I'm doing French knots I like to have a little longer needle, but the eye of this one is nearly too small. Yeah, that went in fine. So let me see here. I can try to draw it first. What I think there are several options. You can put your stitches like this with the French knot here at the end of the stitch, or you could do it the other way around, where if you put your knots in the middle and go out that way, or you can of course also do them opposite, and so on. I think that perhaps there are other ways you could do it, but that is up to you. Of course you could vary the length of the leg here, or this of the stitches, so some of them are shorter or some of them are smaller, but that is what I'm thinking about doing. And I think I will start with this one, because I think perhaps I like that one best, but play with the stitch and see what you can come up with. Away with my paper, yeah. And I don't think I will start slam bam in the middle. I think I will come up here and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will try to put 5 around here. Go in there like this, and then I can go out here and do the same 5 times around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course you can turn it so many times around so it gets too much, but for this thin thread I'm using, I don't think it matters. And I again do it to have something to steer by. So it will make a little cluster of knots in the middle this way here. Oh, that is easy. Come on, work with me. And you can see that this one didn't end quite nice. but I think I will just let it be. It was a little clumsy because I got tangled in the corner, but yeah, it is what it is. You could unpick it if you, well, unravel it if you would, but I don't think I will. So up here, that one didn't went very well too. There was a knot here on my thread. How annoying. And that, I think I know. Yeah, and that is too much even for me. So I will just pick it up and cut that off, and let me see, pull it back there and start all over again. But it is up to you how picky you are. We all have our meaning of what we think is okay and what we think is nice and what we think looks great and how much we think it could be like. So I think this would be my last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I will go down here. Yeah, but I can also make one here, I think. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up here. Yeah. So this was the pistil stitch, where the knots were in the middle close together. It looks like a little spider perhaps, but it could also be a dried flower head of some kind. So I will just secure this thread and start with a new one. I will start a new one the same way, and then I will do a couple of more of them and see if I want to do something else. There are the start, and I will go out here. 2, 3, 4, 5. It ends up with, you can count in Danish if you keep on watching my channel. Yeah. There. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go out there. So now I have the base and I can start to fill it out, so it ends up like that one there. But I will do a couple of them and see how it looks. So I've done this. Oh, I have my needle in my mouth. So I've done these 3, a little bigger one, and I think this one looks quite nice. This is perhaps a little too small. And this is the opposite way, where the knots are on the outside. So I think I will do another one like this and a bigger one about here, I think. And I'm just placing them random. So let me see where I want my center. About there. Yeah, I think it really is about here. And to make it some way around, I stitched the four. Yeah, I stitched 4 stitches at 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 9 o'clock, and then I can take it from there afterwards. So I will just go up there and say that was 12 o'clock, and then I will go opposite, come up here, and there will be quite crowded here when you have done some stitches, so just as close as you can in the middle there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I will go about up there like this, come up in the middle again, there, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and go all over there, out that. There. And start again here. Oh yeah, how about being in frame? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and go all the way out. There, I think. So now I have these 4 legs, and now I will just fill it in there, so it ends up like this one there. Okay, I will sew a little more and show it to you when I've done something more. So I've done a lot of stitching, and I think with a little goodwill you can see it looked like flower heads. A lot of pistil stitch here, and I will make the last one here, and I will make it with a French knot inside. So they are, this color has both way, and I think they all have one of each. So yeah, that is just coincident. It ended up like this, and that all 6 colors are there 2 times, and that is also a coincidence or happy accidents, or what we can, serendipity, or what we can call it. But I will just continue here, and I think that would be the middle. Yeah, that would be all right, I think. The knot there, but I will be back when I'm done and show it to you. So now I am done with doing pistil stitches and done for today with making pistil stitches. That was a lot of them, and some of them are a little wonky. I don't mind that the knot is not a perfect knot every time, because flowers are not perfect either. And yeah, it ended up like this. It could have ended up in many other ways, but this is what it would look like for my part. So now I will put it in my book, and I have already written the Dogma Rules here. I think I will go up and come up a little further, and I should take some close-ups at the end of the video, so you can put your nose into the stitch. So it is going to sit there, and it will not be ironed or anything. And doesn't that look nice together? I really think so. A nice spread. So away with that again, and here I again will take my double-sided tape, and of course you can sew you in if you want to. and have enough pages so you won't have stitches through your page to the other side where you don't want it. But you don't need to put your stitches or your small embroideries in a book. You can put them in a box, and you can put them on a scroll or on a big sheet or in a sports sketchbook, or if you have a box, yeah, you could also at the other places you will put them. It is nice to take them ahead of you sometimes and not ahead of you, and take them out and look at them and be inspired if you don't know what you would like to do. And perhaps if there's some of them you really liked more than others, then it is start developing on that, for instance, stitched, or that way of doing it with these rules, and make a bigger piece or do more to that piece. You are more than welcome to work further on this Dogma Rules here. But when you do the first one you do in the challenge, please try to stick to the rules so we all can see which week this you have done belongs to. But isn't that a nice spread? I'm quite fond of that. So I only made two different ways. One where the knots were inside, and one where the knots were outside of the pistil stitch. But I'm sure some of you perhaps can find other things. And if you want to trace around there in some way, it is up to you if you want to do it. I think here it's not so obvious that this is a circle, so it gives it a little more definition in my opinion. So, done with week 21. And again, I forgot to take a picture with my phone here before I placed it in the book. It is not so hard on this side of the book yet, but when I have it to do it over there, they will boggle and look quite funny. And I will take it afterwards here. But I really hope you have liked this week 21's challenge, and you will give it a go yourself. And please, if you want to show your pictures of what you have been doing in the Facebook group, that's you, yeah, on Instagram of course too. You can use the two hashtags, and there I will also see what you're doing. Else I can't follow what you're doing, and I'm really curious, and I really enjoy seeing all the different things you made, all of you. But as I said, if you have been inspired or learned some tips and tricks and see something you didn't thought of yourself, please give my video a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing my little Danish channel. That would be very helpful. And that being said, it is also about spreading the good news about this challenge, so more people perhaps want to participate in this. The more the merrier, as I say. So that would be all for this week here, and I will round up here and say take care and be creative, and see you next Thursday. Toodaloo and bye bye for now.